Hi, I'm Tony. Welcome to Sports Bike Shop's review of the Halvarssons Dalen textile jacket. Halvarssons kit is relatively new to us at Sports Bike Shop, but it has a long history of making good quality bike kit. I've used a fair amount of their stuff in my pre-Sports Bike Shop days, so personally I'm glad to be able to wear it again and to review it again. This Dalen jacket is their range-topping textile jacket with a high-level spec that's designed to suit all seasons. So let's run through the details and what I found in 700 miles or so of road use. The outer is made from a polyester material with spandex that gives it a decent amount of stretch. It's reinforced in the most likely impact areas with Halvarssons High Art, which is a tough fabric that beefs up the abrasion protection. This is at the shoulders and the forearms, and it contributes to a CE safety rating of AA, the middle of the 3 levels available. The outer shell is backed by Halvarssons Dryway 2020 waterproof membrane, which has a 20k static head rating for waterproofing and a 20k breathability rating. It's laminated to the back of the outer shell for more direct waterproofing than you'd get in a jacket with a drop liner or a jacket with a removable waterproof liner. The other benefit of this lamination process is ventilation. When you open up the vents on the chest, the sleeves and the back, you're getting the waterproof membrane out of the way completely. The chest and back vents on this jacket are particularly large, and there are straps to hold them open as well, which means you'll get an even stronger amount of airflow. The Dalen jacket has a zipped main fastener with a flap behind it and then a double closure over the top. At the top of it, there's a simple Velcro collar closure and a flexible insert for comfort around the throat. There's no option to hold the collar open, which I think is a loss on a jacket that's clearly designed to be worn in warm temperatures. There's better coverage for grotty weather with a removable storm collar. The cuffs, they're pretty conventional in the way they close. You get Velcro and a zip, but that is a two-way zip that then opens up a vent. I found the cuffs were roomy enough for pretty chunky winter gloves. The bulkiest heated gloves with batteries were too big, but it is very tricky to fit those in any jacket. Fit adjustment across the Dalen jacket is very good. The elasticated belts at both waist and bicep give a good range of adjustment. There's about 20 centimeters at either side of the waist and 10 centimeters at each bicep. That's significant, and the elastication of those gives even more flexibility. Combined with the stretch properties that you get in the fabric, there's a good range of movement, especially considering it's a laminated jacket because they can be pretty inflexible. The Dalen is also described as airbag ready, which means there's enough movement designed in to allow an airbag to inflate inside the jacket without having to choose one that's a bigger size than you'd normally go for. Halvarssons don't have their own airbag, they've just left room for whichever brand of under jacket airbag you choose. So let's also show the light reflective material. You find that at the upper arms, the lower back, and also on the left hip. And then finally, let's deal with the pockets. There are 2 at the waist with a shallow zipped pocket on the flap for this right pocket, which is big enough to hold earplugs and a bank card, little bits and pieces like that. There's a lower back pocket as well, and that's big enough to store the jacket's thermal liner. The only waterproof pocket on the outside is a Napoleon pocket, which sits behind the main storm flap round about here. This is where I like a pocket like that to be, as then there's no need to undo everything to get to my phone or to get to my wallet to pay for fuel. Okay, let's go inside. The thermal liner is a gilet and it zips together to give complete coverage across the front. If we get that out of the way, then we can see the Outlast liner. This is a well-known fabric in motorcycling, and Halvarssons have been using it for decades. It's a phase change material, so it helps manage transitions from hot temperatures to cold temperatures and then back again. The only internal pocket is in this Outlast liner. It's not replicated in the thermal liner, so you won't be able to get to this pocket if you've got the thermal liner in place. The armour lives behind the Outlast layer. It's not stored in pockets. It's attached directly to the inner surface of the jacket's shell. It's soft armour and it's got good safety ratings. It's tested to the higher level 2 for impact protection, and it's Type B approved, which means it covers more area than a basic Type A protector. It's also passed the optional tests to show it's effective in very high and very low temperatures. It's attached to Velcro strips inside the shell, so you can adjust the height of the elbow armour to suit your body. Shoulder and elbow armour comes as standard. A back protector is available separately, and that costs 60 quid as we record this. Like the other armour, the back protector doesn't sit in a pocket. It mounts to a strap that's attached to the inside of the shell. If you need to fit one of those, or if you need to access the other armour in this jacket, there's a zip on the inside at the lower back that allows you to reach inside the liner to get to it. There are pockets for chest protector inserts, but Halvarssons only sell a one-piece insert. Those pockets are the right size to take Rucker's 2-piece D30 chest protectors, so I would say that's the best option to go for. And while we're talking protection, let's just show you the CE label. As I said earlier, the Dalen meets the middle of 3 levels for overall protection, AA. The jacket connects to trousers with a full-length zip at the base, and there are matching Dalen trousers which have a similar construction with the stretch outer fabric that has the membrane laminated to it, reinforcements in high art at the knees, and a removable thermal layer. Those trousers also meet the middle CE rating, AA, and they come with level 2 CE hip and knee armour. I wore the jacket and the trousers together, and I like the trousers a lot. I frequently wore those with different jackets as they're flexible and practical. I've got a more detailed written review on the trousers, which I'll link from the description below. The trousers have a list price as we record this of $479.99. If you match those to the Dalen jacket, which is listed at $649.99, then it's 1,130 quid for the whole setup. My experience with this combination has mostly been very positive. The stretch nature of both the jacket and the trousers makes the Dalen very comfortable, especially by the standards of laminated kit. I find it performs well in a wide range of temperatures. With the thermal liner in, I've been comfortable at around 10 degrees with just a thin base layer underneath. And I've also found that opening up the vents allows a strong flow of air to come through. Now, in what I think of as normal wet rides, this has kept me dry. The suit also didn't leak as such when I wore it for a horrible 3-hour ride in persistent rain, but water got in at the cuffs, the collar, and at the waist, where there's no connection between the jacket and the trousers. I wasn't surprised to find out that I was wet on the inside when I finished my ride because it was very heavy rain that went on for a long time. But I think the same would have happened if I'd been wearing most of the jackets and trousers that I've ever reviewed. More disappointing was the time it took the kit to dry out afterwards. One of the key benefits that we talk about with the laminated kit is that it should take on less water than basic kit, and it should also dry out more quickly after it's got wet. I didn't find that to be the case with the Dalen, which took a long time to dry and got very wet in the first place. In rain, the performance didn't match my experience of Gore-Tex kit, but the price is as high as Gore-Tex. Heavy prolonged rain aside, it deals with other weather conditions very well. The venting's great, as is warmth, comfort is good, and also the protection levels throughout are decent. On the whole, I liked the Dalen, and it was a shame that it didn't really live up to its billing or its price tag in heavy sustained rain. I hope that tells you everything you wanted to know about the Halvarssons Dalen jacket, but if there is anything you'd like to ask or to add, then please pop a comment below. Thanks for watching.